take. I don't feel good and my body starts to shake. I fell in love with a girl, I haven't seen her met so far.
Video off, then back on. Now I guess it's working, right? Let's see, let's get a chat up here. What's up, everybody? Just thought I'd do a quick live here. If I can get my Pandora off my freaking headset here. It's supposed to be on this, not on my phone. Right? It's always something with my lives, y'all. Y'all know my crap's always got to be interesting. I mean, it's always a crap show with me. I've got to finish this in my freaking log. I thought I had it done, did have it. On a freaking. Come on. Too. Like freaking 5 times. This has been a rough daggone week right here. Your lives have ticks too. My lives always have ticks. See, and I don't know what it is with this stream live. For some reason, the video, the opening intro, always gets stuck. I was trying to set this up here, and it's not wanting to freaking stay. See, now you can see the keyboard because this dash slopes so daggone much that it's not wanting to allow me to do it. There we go. Let's see. Okay, close enough, right? But yeah, tanking has been really freaking crazy lately. See, if the windshield dash, it's always something, y'all. Let me see if I can get the headset on here because it's supposed to be on. It's supposed to be on this headset. Okay, now I think it's on the headset. It was supposed to have been like that from the get-go, y'all. But yeah, we're here in Madison, Ohio. I got lucky. I got loaded last night, this morning, whatever you want to call it. My appointment in Columbia, South Carolina was for 6 a.m. But anybody that knows trucking knows that's hard to go by, because especially when you unload the day before in Virginia. Well, of course, my load in Virginia, how was it? Yeah. My load in Virginia delivered at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. So I've got a 1 p.m. unload. See, and I can't even find this live in my thing because I was going to set it up. Set it up for monetization, whatever, you know. Everybody wants their things monetized, get a little extra buck. But of course, nothing's coming up. This isn't even showing me if anybody's even in here or not. Okay, there we go. Now it's saying 8 people in here. Okay. But I can't fix it. The monetization, which, oh well. I don't make but $50 a month off my YouTube channel anyway. But my load, I delivered in Hopewell, Virginia at 1 p.m. Well, then I had to drop a trailer in Charlotte, pick up a clean trailer in Charlotte. It's supposed to load at 6 a.m. in Columbia. If you do the math, you ain't making that. And we had to unload in Hopewell. Well, you've got to scale to public scale, come in, unload, go back to the public scale, scale back out, then go back to the plant to give them the scale ticket. For now, I know we've done that off-site scales like that for when you load stuff, but I've never had that happen when you have to unload something. Bring them back scale tickets. You got to bring them back the scale ticket for them to sign your bill. It's like, wow. So that was a cluster done. Well, by the time I got out of there, drove to Charlotte, pouring down rain, on and off, on and off, on and off. I don't get the trailer and then get down there to Columbia until like 9:20 p.m. Do the math. If you got to be at your appointment at 6, 9:20 p.m., do a post trip. Okay, 10 minutes. There's 9:30. Do a pre-trip the next morning after, well, we'll just say a 10-minute pre-trip. Okay, that's 9:30. That's 9:40. Now add a 10-hour break. That's 7:40. And I was already pushing on my hours. So luckily, I got to the customer, checked in, because I heard that you can possibly load early. So I got there, and the lady's like, let me call. As soon as she called the guy on the radio, she's like, isn't he scheduled for 6 a.m.? I told her, I said, yeah. I'm like, but hey, it never hurts to show up and see if they'll take you. So I got here. Luckily, they went ahead and took me in. The guy's like, well, the midnight shift will probably get you in. Operator come walking back out there to me. The lady told me, hey, you can just park right here in the road because it dead ends. Like, you can just park right here where you're at. And then whenever they're ready for you, I'll come up, I'll knock at your door. I'll go down there, open up the gate to the scale. You can scale in and so forth. I'll do all your deal. Well, I had a very interesting thing with that. Well, it's pouring down rain in Charlotte when I got the trailer. Well, it had a washout ticket on it. Well, I got up top. It's raining. I did what anybody does. You're not going to open the dome lid up fully when it's raining and you're going to get all that water all in the trailer. So I did open it up, stuck my head, did a quick look. Everything looked clean because it was actually washed on May 29th. Headset fell out. I don't know which is the microphone in here, so hey, hopefully it's still on. But it all looked clean. Got to the customer. Once he got me back there under the rack, the guy's like, there's some white residue in front of it. I'll go there and look. They've got like a 10-foot PVC pipe with a rag where they go all the way down in the front and the back of that trailer to see if there's any residue or anything in there from so far back. Well, needless to say, they found some white residue. It was probably caustic when they flushed it out. It probably sat. Instead of rejecting the trailer, they actually had me drop the trailer right there where I was at in the plant. Drop the trailer. They lifted it up with a forklift, and then they steamed the trailer and flushed the trailer out themselves. I've never been to a shipper where they did that. Most of them would just reject the trailer from the get-go. All right. Down to 5 people. What's up, Richard? How's it going? Let's see. Oh, yeah. We can put this stuff on here. But let me grab my trusty pen. If I can find it. Oh, come on. I fix it. I know I got a stylus pen somewhere. It was hiding behind the TV. Let's see if it actually... Hey, it's working too. There we go. But they actually clean the trailer. Most shippers will reject the trailer flat out. You're done. Go back and get another one. But they actually flushed it out. And I was also shocked that they didn't even ask for the washout ticket. I mean, I still got the washout ticket right here. They didn't ask for it, didn't get a copy. They just went ahead and just re-steamed the trailer and reflushed the trailer out. I'm like, okay. So any of you people that's in tanking, y'all know that is an extremely once in a million heard of case. You don't normally hear of a shipper doing that. But I finally got loaded and got scaled out at 4:20 this morning. Well, by the time I got scaled out, I got my paperwork and backed up and back in the dead end. It was 4:20, so I got me like a 2.5 hour nap. I got a little bit of nap, like maybe an hour and a half nap in between earlier, because when you're sitting here waiting and they're steaming it and they're washing it. I mean, all this is off duty because I logged on duty for a while because I was at the plant and I did a post trip because I figured I'd be there all night and take my break. Well, so that brain that looking, okay, yep. Get up, look again. Okay, well, steam line's still up there. Get up, look again. Well, steam line's still up there. So you're constantly looking and checking and verifying. Let's see. I know, right? Seriously, that was really a shock. And for those of y'all who don't know, y'all go check out Trucker Kiersey with Kiersey. Years as a trainer, so y'all go check out her channel. As she says, she's your positive voice in trucking. Not trying to be funny, y'all, but seriously, y'all, that's her slogan. Basically, she's the positive voice in trucking. But go check out her channel, subscribe to it, like her videos. Y'all know the deal. But yeah, that was really surprising they didn't reject it. They actually cleaned that. But with our ADHD people, and like I say, all of us ADHD people who have it, you'll know when something like that gets in your brain, you're not going to go back there and lay down. Load. Woke up, had to top off it with steam at the tank wash. I was only like 4 miles away from where I delivered at in Hopewell, but I had to go around because from one direction. So it was, but waiting on them, I'm sitting there looking because he took me back. He's like, "Yeah, come on back." Still ain't going down. I see him hooked up to me. Still ain't going down. Still not going down. I was, you don't do a thing. You see window, hand him your paperwork. He like that. You can't just lay. When you're finished unloading and unless you actually see them open the valve like I did in Baxley, I could see the line where his hose went, and then I can see an actual ball valve handle on it, so I could see when that handle actually opened. So it's always crazy with some of the things that we have to go through. So your mind can't rest. So then last night when I'm sitting there, I'm constantly getting up looking. I see him up there constantly looking to see steam come out of the trailer. I'm like, okay, well, I guess they're not loading it yet. Guess they're not loading it yet. Guess they're not loading it yet. Finally, about 1:30 or 2, I finally fell asleep. And then come knocking on my door at 3:30. So then I had to freaking pull forward, scale out, and then back right back up in the dead end. So it was like by the time we got the paperwork signed and they put a temperature probe in there to check the temperature, it was just, I think I had 4 hours sleep since yesterday morning at 8 a.m. See, and I actually have a 3 3 bars of 5G signal. In my opinion, the 5G signal is the worst. It's always been a problem with these 5G signals. Yeah, Richard, the voiceover on the videos, I YouTubed it trying to look up a video to find out what is up with it. What's up, Joshua? Got Missy Houston in the house. Because I uploaded, because I know I had that one that had the like AI voice on it. Well, then I had that second one that just had the AI voice on it that I put out yesterday morning. Well, I found out, because see, I even uploaded the videos and I even went back and looked at the video file. Video file does not have it. YouTube put it on there. Then the one I uploaded yesterday, after it was uploaded, it was still doing the checks, but it was completely uploaded. Well, I even went and opened up the link through YouTube Studio to see what it looks like online and see if it had on it. No, it did not have the voiceover. It was perfectly fine, did not have it. And then I'm like, and then when I saw a comment, I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding. It's got it on there again. So I pulled it down, deleted it, and then I found something under the upload defaults, auto dubbing. For some reason, my auto dubbing was checked. That was not originally checked on mine. And I know YouTube has a habit of, it'll actually, like you'll have people I subscribe to, I won't get their notifications. I mean, and I'm just like, well, maybe they haven't put out a video in a while. Well, then kind of find out it unsubscribed me on sometimes, or then sometimes it'll take it off where I have set up for all notifications. It'll take the all notifications off and put it down to personalized notifications. So YouTube does some funny stuff. You know, I think they purposely try to mess with people. That's just my guess, but I could be wrong. Call me nuts. I mean, I'm just a dumb cat, you know. But I need to get a video together about Thor. Catherine has nicknamed Thor Bird Killer. Yep. Yeah, Miss Cat, Miss Keeping It Real. But yes, I know. Yeah, preach it. Yeah, whatever, baby. That's right. My lives are always having ticks. I've got to try to figure out why the screen freezes every time the video plays the intro. The screen freezes. I mean, it just locks up the screen for some reason. I've got to try to figure out what's up with that and why that's doing that, because that gets aggravating. But yeah, I was worried about getting a parking spot here. I'm only 1.7 miles away from the customer. And looking on the satellite image, I was going to park at the customer because there's a wide open lot coming and it dead ends into that facility. And then there's pull off right there where it looks like where I'm going to have to circle around and then back into it. It's where the tank farm is. This sucker, they say it requires 100 feet of hose. The bills say 60 feet of 2-inch hose, clean, dry pump. It's flammable, must deliver at 130 degrees. So I'm like, yeah, that's going to suck. So basically, 40 feet of hose will not get from the back of my trailer to the pump. That's not going to reach. So I'm going to have to disconnect since it's a rear unloader. I'm going to have to disconnect, pull beside the freaking trailer, or spot the trailer close enough, and then leave enough room for my tractor to get close to where their valves are. So it's just going to be a cluster duck nightmare of having to do this way. But it says 60 feet of 2-inch hose. Well, all the connections on these pumps are 3. The trailer is a 3, so I got to have a 3 to 2 reducer from the trailer to the hose, 2-inch hose to the pump. Well, then I've got to turn around and then go back from 2-inch back up to a 3 onto the pump. Well, then I've got to go from a 3-inch back down to a 2-inch fitting for the hose to get to the customer, or from the pump to the customer's hose, going to that. So that's actually more than 60 feet. Well, they say 60 feet of that, but our stuff says 100 feet. So that I'm looking at, they need 60 feet of hose from our truck to the customer. They're probably thinking 40 feet, which you would need if you had a center. Well, I've got a rear. So you'd really need 120 feet of hose to unload this. Now the downside So if you're using 120 feet of hose, well, it's supposed to get down to 68 tonight, which really isn't cold. But when your product has to deliver at 130, okay, if your hose gets down to 68, it's going to cool running through 120 feet of freaking hose as it goes through that hose. So you really want to minimize the length of hose that you use for that. So really the best way to do that is going to have to be to disconnect. Instead of using 120 feet, try to get by with only using 60 feet to the customer and then only 20 feet from the trailer to my truck, which means setting the trailer up right in the exact spot where I need it so I can only use one hose from the trailer to the pump and then the 60 from there. I mean, it's all you got to, in tanking, you got to work with stuff. You got to, but they say trucking is unskilled labor. Isn't that funny how we are classified as unskilled labor? Truck driver, do they have a 2-inch connection? I am assuming they do. Do 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 da do da. Dun 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 do da da. Pardon me if that's loud, y'all, but anyone that knows me knows I'm a doodah person. When I'm thinking, let's see. See, and it's even on the special equipment here. Need center unloading trailer. Clean dry pump, 60 feet of 2-inch hose, clean and dry 2-inch cam lock fittings. So that tells me, yes, it does need a 2-inch hose, and that's why they're probably saying all that, because you need a center. So I need more hose unless I disconnect having a freaking rear. It'd be nice if they would pump this off. But I really don't want to put all that mess in the pump because now I've got to actually stay with the trailer. Now I have to actually get the pump washed out. Whereas if I didn't have to use my pump, I could probably drop and hook at a freaking tank wash for a clean trailer. But because of all that, this is just going to make tomorrow even funner, as they say. It's going to be funner. But, you know, tank is definitely not for everybody. And the weather forecast, I think it said rain, or at least it did, because they gave me this load last Thursday. They told me I was going to do this load. I thought when I originally looked it up, it said rain. Yeah, starting at 8 a.m., 25%, and it goes up to 30, 35, 40, 45. So let's hope I can get out of here before the rain comes, because I don't want to be out there pumping off all this mess in the rain, because that sucks. Because when you're pumping off, especially when you're pumping off flammable, they're going to want you out there the whole entire time. Whereas a lot of stuff, when you air off stuff, like a lot of stuff with like defoamers and caustic, a lot of stuff like that, they'll let you, some plants will actually let you sit in the truck while you're unloading it. Yeah, tanking is definitely, that's why tanking, it's a hit or miss with tanking. You either get in and you love it or you hate it. Tanking does have a turnover rate. And usually the people who are doing tanking have been doing it for years. Like I've been doing tanking since 06. So 19 years I've been pulling a tanker. Because usually once that surge hits you, and a lot of people don't realize that surge, because the only ones who really have baffled are the people who they'll have like 3,000 gallons in this compartment, 18 for, we'll say like 95% of your tankers on the road are smoothbore tankers, which means it's just one whole completely open thing. So imagine this right here. This is my trailer. So I'm driving down the road. Every time I have to hit the brakes, all that liquid flies. Does this and rocks stops at a red light, you'll see the truck lean forward, and sometimes you'll see it shake. Once that surge hits the shake. A sledgehammer hitting. So that'll weed out. But then as soon as that first surge hits them in the back and throws them almost into the steering wheel, then they're like, after about a week or 2 weeks, a lot of people say, no, this isn't for me. I'm good. Now I'm done. If you have back problems are not the thing for you to get into tanking. Answer this a lot, but how much do you make a year? Now that varies. Now I will say right here, see, I was an owner operator, so it kind of went up and down when I had multiple trucks, because I still have 3 trucks. 2 of them are parked right now. I parked my truck to come over here as a company driver right now, because they weren't hiring straight owner operators, but they have owner operators that actually came from the company side. So you basically got to go company first. So I figured, okay, I'll come. I had someone say, hey, come over as a company guy first, and then then check in to go on owner operator after a little while. So that's what I'm trying. I guess this guy's going to tow this bobtail over here beside me. Maybe he's just parking. But I know where I was at before. For 2 trucks, I grossed like, one truck was only like for half a year. That truck didn't actually start until I think August. And that truck grew, between the 2 trucks, I think I grossed like 574 that year. But on average, probably about between 250 and 350 as an owner operator with 1 truck. Now over here, my first paycheck here was March 21st. I started March 10th. My first paycheck was March 21st. So let's see. I'm trying to look at how many paychecks I've had. Pull up the calendar. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I've had 13 paychecks here. And my gross, what I've made year to date here is, I'm trying to pull up my last settlement sheet. I got them all back there on the laptop, but it's easier right here. I've grossed $38,695. Now, 2 of those weeks were real bad weeks because that's when I went home to go do local, and only brought home like $1,000. I made awful on the local. I saw like I got to get back. I got to get me back out on the road. I can't do the local. The local was okay because I was home every night, off on the weekends, but I'm getting up at like 1:45 and literally out the door by 2 to 3 o'clock, depending on which run I was doing. I was out of there early in the morning, but I was generally home by like 10 in the morning, and I was done for the day. But when I come home, the wife's going to work, or she's gone by the time I get home, and then by the time she comes home, I'm ready for bed. So we really got no time except for the weekends if she wasn't working that weekend. So that did me no good. So 38,695 divided by 13, 38,695 divided by 13 checks. So that's averaging grossing $29.76 as a company driver where I'm at now a week. $29.76 on average. That's not bad as a company guy. But like I say, I've heard this company is a really good company. So I guess that answers that question. And yes, we all hate the surge. I'm not still froze, am I? Hopefully not. I hope this freaking screen isn't frozen. Do 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 do. Now over here, what's up, Tommy? Illinois or Illinois. Now, to get into owner operator, I started truck driving in '04. After a year, I got my 1 year over the road, and after a year, I came off the road, drove for a contractor, driving, hauling containers. So I hauled containers for a year, and then I went to Rogers Cartage, which Rogers Cartage you can lease purchase one of their trucks. Now it ain't gonna be no nice truck. They got like Volvos now, I think. Back then it was a Freightliner FLD, like a 90-something Freightliner FLD in 2004. That sucker was small. It might as well have been a sleeper coffin truck. But when I did it, I had them take out 10% every paycheck for the truck payment. And I had the truck paid off in like 8 months. Then I used it to trade in on a better truck. So I actually went owner-operator after 2 years. And basically from '06 until March of this year, I've been owner-operator. So this is my first thing. I actually bit and swallowed my pride to jump into a company truck. And that is hard for owner-operators to do, to swallow that pride, to get out of your truck. So my Coronado is parked sitting right now. So I'm actually considering trying to put a driver in the Coronado. As long as I'm right here, because I was originally going to think about selling it, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to sell the Coronado, because if I ever do decide to leave here, I'll have it to get back in. Super Dan does the same thing. I've actually seen him once. You never froze, but we're quite chill for a couple. Okay. Yeah, it's this freaking Freightliner. Talk to TV Detroit Freightliner. Talk to him. Nikki, how's it going, Nikki? So we got some new faces in here. But I've still got the Pete 579. It was a TMC truck. That one's an automatic. One of my 579s, I got a driver who lives in Alabama, Long Island, New York, Alabama. He's in my 13-speed 579 I got from TMC. My other 579, Robert couldn't come back with all the health issues. And that truck sat waiting for them to find out if he's going to be able to come back. Finally, February, he let me know that he's not going to be able to come back. So I'm still trying to find a driver for that truck. Trying to find drivers that want to work, or other drivers that expect to make $3,000. See, I can't pay somebody $3,000 a week. I'm not a mega carrier. I mean, the mega carriers, they've got that volume where they can afford to pay higher stuff than someone who only has 2 or 3 trucks. Like, I have to pay workers' comp since I am incorporated and all that. And since I have 3 trucks, I have to carry workers' comp. Even though me and my wife are exempt as officers of the business, we're exempt from workers' comp, but we still have to carry it. My workers' comp was $535 that got drafted out of my account on the 15th every month. So it got drafted yesterday. $535 for one driver, and that's for 1 month. The workers' comp varies each month depending on payroll for that one driver, because our payroll is exempt. So, I mean, a lot of people don't realize the expense. So, when you're just a small guy and you don't have a whole bunch, and especially when you have 2 trucks sitting and one of those 2 trucks still has a truck payment on it, that hurts. And then you have to pay all that workers' comp and everything else on it. So it's like, I've got to find some way to get the trucks moving. Answer questions, my slides, sit right there. Take care of Texas Arts if you leave it. If you ever need to, you can always email me with questions. I always try to respond to everybody. Same thing. If anybody ever messages me on Facebook, Instagram, First Trucker on Instagram and Facebook, I always try to respond to the Facebook messages. A lot of stuff I can't initiate message. Like some people will leave a comment and have me message them. I can't actually message people directly from my Facebook Tourette's Trucking page. They have to message me first, and then I can message back. But I can't initiate messages as a company company Facebook account. But I always try to respond to people if they message me on Instagram and so forth, and I'll answer any question I can, or email Tony@Tourette's-trucking.com. So I always try to answer any question I can, because that's what YouTube is supposed to be about. That's what the trucking community is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be like, I'll use him as a prime example, Trucking Unfiltered. His whole channel is basically dedicated to bashing Justin with Just Trucking. I don't want to be the guy out there who's constantly throwing all that negativity, and that's why we have Trucker Kiersey out here, because she tries to be that positive voice in trucking. I don't want to be known for constantly out here bashing somebody. That's like, I've never bashed anywhere that I've left. I don't go online and I bash the company and all that. If somebody asks why I left, I'll say why I left. But I won't go, out there bashing other companies, because that's not what we're out here for to do. I mean, we're all supposed to help one another, not put each other down. That's just, I've never been one for that. I've always hated that bull crap. Because with my Tourette's, on my YouTube channel, I get all kinds of comments. I mean, some people just be blunt. Enough of the fucking sucking sounds. I mean, some people have actually gotten pretty nasty. And it's like, well, look at the title of my channel. The Tourette's Trucker. Look up Tourette's. Tourette's is an involuntary thing that I have no control over. It does it when it wants to do it. And when I'm concentrating and thinking on something real hard, or actually, if I think about the Tourette's, it actually makes it worse. If I try to suppress the Tourette's actually gets worse. So, the people will start bashing stuff, but they won't take the time to realize what the channel actually is. That's why I didn't name it, the channel Trucking. It's the Tourette's Trucker, because I am a trucker with Tourette's. So my channel can actually incorporate lots of things. Man, I can talk about trucking. I can talk about Tourette's. I can bring like some of mine and my wife's videos, and we're the worst. Like the 2 weeks I was home doing local, we were supposed to go places and we were supposed to do things and actually put out videos. I don't think we did the first video. When we get together, we're like little freaking kids. I mean, me and my wife, we've been together since 2012, known each other since little, worked together in our 20s. But we had like little freaking kids. We never do anything. We get it and we just cuddle up and we just freaking act like little kids. I mean, we chase each other through the house. I'll constantly slap her on the butt. I'll run her up to chase her up the stairs, pinch her up behind it. I'll hide in freaking closets. She'll get in the bathroom. She'll open up the potty door, and I'll be in the freaking garden tub on the wall right behind it. Jump out and freaking scare her. I mean, we do crazy stuff just to keep that spark. I mean, we do stuff to keep stuff cool. Okay, Texas Hearts. Let me see if I can actually type it in here. If I can address in here. Okay, that's it. Come on, load it up. There we go. Okay, we got my email address in there. Let's see. Yes, you're right, Kat. We don't have to keep the spark, baby. It's always there. Yes. Yeah, we always have the spark. We're like I say, we act like little kids. We're together. I mean, we're always saying we're going to do videos because I need to get her channel grown. And she's been telling me for weeks, yeah, I'm going to start making videos and putting them out. And I just laugh at her. And she knows what I mean. She's like, shut up. I'm like, yeah. because you keep saying you're going to make videos, but she never does. She never does. We always just, we cut up and I give her grief because she's got a channel. And sometimes we put our family time videos on her channel sometimes. But she's been supposed to make other content, but she never does. I mean, she's a shopaholic. That's right. Yes, I am a scumbag. You're right. I will throw my wife under the bus quick, y'all. But I guess the reason we don't do much when I'm home is because generally I'm out anywhere between 8-12 weeks before I go home. So when we get home, I don't feel like leaving the house. I mean, there's been a time when I was home for a month. I left the house once in 4 weeks. Like Miss Cat says, my house is my safety safe. I don't like to leave the house. When I'm home, I mean, here in the truck, this truck is basically my home. It's my little cubicle. It's my little safety safe. I'm comfortable in here. I'll do a reset and I mean, I'll go to Walmart. I'll stock up groceries and things like that. Jump out, take a shower, jump back in, and then I'll never get back out of the truck again. Never get back out of the truck again. I mean, that's just, it's just what we do. So, because I'm comfortable in confinement. Some people say, you'll see on Instagram all the time, there'll be those little videos say, could you stay in this, whatever log cabin away from no one for $1 million for 30 days? Yeah, I could. I absolutely could. The videos were like, you have to stay in this log cabin out in the middle of nowhere, no phone, no computer, no internet. That's not a problem. I can go without human contact, phone contact. My wife will tell you, on a reset, she knows I don't pick up my phone and make a phone call and answer. Generally, I won't. She knows I will not generally talk to her on the phone on a reset. Now, I'll send her some texts, but she knows the reset is my day to completely decompress. I don't want to think about nothing. I get back there on my bed and I will watch TV, do paperwork, because sometimes I have to do all the company paperwork here on the bed, so I'm back there doing all that. And then I freaking watch TV and just decompress my mind. I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to talk to anybody. It's trying to get my thoughts off everything. And the wife will say I am one of the biggest scumbags with some of my stuff. Okay, you take care, Texas. Let's see. Or Texas Hearts. Let's see. Double check, make sure I got the email. Got it. I got the email, so yeah, I'll read it after the thing, and then I'll get back with you. But she'll say when I'm at home, we're literally sitting on the couch beside each other watching a movie, that I don't hear anything else. I don't see anything else. She'll be sitting beside me, coughing and choking, and it won't faze me. Because with me, the TV, I guess, is my outlet. Now, Catherine's son has Asperger's. You will not catch him anywhere out without headphones on and a tablet. We go out to eat, he's got a headphone on and a tablet. Dinner table, he's sitting there at the table with his tablet and headphones on. He's in his bedroom, he's got headphones on. Well, that's his outlet, that's his safety safe. Well, to me, the TV is my outlet, because with my mind going the way it does, that's the one thing I focus on, and then it clears out and it drowns out all the other crap in my head. Because Catherine will tell you, when I'm home, I'm constantly thinking about work, thinking about business bills, thinking about if I'm home and they give me something for like 2 days out, I'm thinking about the load. I'm constantly recalculating when I need to leave, how far I can get, when I can get there, where I need to get the trailer. My mind is constantly thinking of work. Like during the day, I'll refresh my route and recalculate my route on Google Maps and constantly look at traffic patterns and constantly look at and just redo it and redo it and redo it. Put here, okay, well here. I'll probably redo my route maybe 15 times a day because my mind is constantly just, it's got to stay focused on work and stuff. So I mean, it's nice that the TV drowns out everything else. I don't think about work. I don't think about home. Which is bad. My mind will just, it focuses on that, and then I can drown out all the other voices that's in my head. Some of you people may know what I'm talking about. It could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. When you're sitting next to your wife and she's coughing, and then you just kind of feel something, and she's just over there staring at you. You just don't give a shit about me, do you? I'm like, what? I've been over here coughing for 5 minutes. I'm like, I didn't know. She's like, exactly, that's my point. So yeah, so I mean, that can be a downside with some of us people that have the ADHD. Is sometimes, we need that outlet. And it's not always the best outlet for a relationship. Now, I was actually wondering because when I had to go there and drop that trailer again yesterday and pick up a new one, it was still completely full. Down at the bottom of the express, they were all the way around, plus 3 rows of trailers at the bottom of the hill. I'm like, I've never seen it that full. Now, somebody said they closed the Koala, I think, in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So that may be why they're having to pull up there. But there is a Koala that's like half a mile down the road from that express. It's actually around the corner from that express. So, I mean, there is another tank wash right there close, but maybe people are trying to shuttle between the two, trying to make up for that one being closed. But, yeah, it was actually sad. And the thing that makes it worse is you've got half of the tank washes burnt down where they had that fire not long ago. So you've got like 3 bays over there that are freaking demolished. So, I mean, to me, that was interesting to see that many trailers. I've never seen that many freaking trailers at that tank wash ever. In all my years of coming and driving since '06, I've never seen that many trailers there. Oh yeah. And my baby got her medication. She actually got her doctor and got some, but she's got to get another one because she needs to get some more meds. I'm going to throw her in the bus. She's going through the midlife crisis change. She's going through that menopause. Yep. So and that's why they call it menopause, because see, she wants to pause on the men. She don't want to have a man in her life, so it's a menopause, right, baby? She would like to pause on me sometimes to throw me out there on the back porch of the cats. Where guys have midlife crisis. No, I had to say midlife crisis is, I've never once thought about, you know what? I think I need to go get me a sports car, try to go to the gym and get buff so I can go get me a 20-year-old. No. Why these older guys want these younger girls when they're going through midlife crisis and they're in their 50s and 60s beyond me, because that's too much maintenance and upkeep. Catherine is enough maintenance and upkeep for me. That woman is as high maintenance as it is. Yeah, for about 3 weeks. I mean, that's a lot of freaking trailers. That's a lot of freaking trailers for it to be that long. So, and a lot of them had placards. So I mean, and they were steadily bringing them in. So they are freaking no sir, private business. Oh, okay, baby love. That's right. We all know now. Gotta love Richard, y'all. Richard's been with us for years and years here on this channel. He's almost like family. But yes, Miss Cat, yes, she throws me under the bus, and I throw her under the bus as well sometimes. But we love it because we make it work. I mean, we are absolutely. Oh, so you're not happy with me, baby love? But see, we have a saying. We loved Yellowstone, and everybody knows the one. If you've watched Yellowstone, you know the one scene with Beth where Rip's busting her about the kid and all that. Then she comes out to him, she grabs him by the shirt. I love you, but F you. I'll see you at the house tonight, but F you. Or then, of course, me sometimes I walk through the house and I'll just see her and, the one scene where Rip comes out the barn and there's Beth standing out there barn. Rip just trying to let her, I ain't got the energy for you today, or I ain't got the time for you today. That's how true love hate relationship between husband and wife. But we absolutely love it. I mean, we both get catty, and we have. Oh, you mad? You want to leave? Okay, fine. Take your ass to the other room. There is no out. Like I said, when we set our marriage vows, there is no out clause. There's no out clause in our marriage. It is you take your butt to the other room. If you want out, you can go out the room all you want and you sleep in the spare bedroom. But you ain't leaving a relationship. You ain't leaving a marriage. There is no out clause. Oh, she trying to air out some dirty laundry on here. Oh, no, she did not. You guys just the salute you gave me when I came into your house. Yeah, keep it clean, Miss Cat. Keep it clean. Better keep it clean, girl. There's 11 people in here watching this. But I mean, Miss Cat come over. I mean, she looking all good, her high heels and all dressed up, makeup up, perfumed up. Hey, what can I say? I'm a guy. When your woman comes over and says she's all dropped out, what's up there, y'all? We got Humberto in the house. Drop Dick Trucker. Y'all go check out his channel if y'all are not familiar with him. He does a lot of lives while he's driving. Puts it up there on the dash and cranes it. So go check out old Humberto over here. Give him some love if you are not already subscribed. Yeah, I'm sitting up here and I got 3 bars of 5G signal sitting here in Madison, Ohio. Sitting here at the Sheets. And I was worried about getting parking here at the Sheets, but man, there's still probably at least 15 parking spots here. Man, no, maybe more than that. There's probably realistically about 20 to 30 spots here at the Sheets, which is surprising. I honestly didn't think there'd be that many here. Yeah, I mean, the signal needs to get cleaned up. See, and ever since they went to 5G, I think 5G's crap. I think we have much better with freaking 4G. Alternator pulley broke yesterday. Ooh, 3/4 Montana. Ouch. Yeah, I'm lucky I've never had the alternator. Well, I did have the pulley lock up one time. The bearings went out when the pulley locked up. Burnt the freaking belt, so I had to get a new freaking pulley for the alternator belt. But which sucks for this truck because on this truck, the alternator, the AC, yeah, it's just alternator AC on one belt. So, like one time my AC compressor locked up. Well, then that killed the alternator. Luckily, I took off the cable going to the starter or the ignition switch, so I could actually start the APU and run the APU while I'm driving. That way, the APU is giving me power to the batteries, since that pulley in the freaking belt ran the AC and the freaking alternator because it was nighttime or it was dusk at that, so I had to have freaking lights on with no freaking alternator. So thank God the freaking APU was allowed to give me some kind of freaking good stuff on that. And yes, 5G is the crap. 4G was much better in my opinion. And of course, we have all the conspiracy series on 5G with the frequency, and it basically causes you to have sleep patterns and messed up sleep. So yeah, there's a lot of that. Yes, this truck right here is absolutely, the one I'm in here is actually a KW. It's a T880. Of course, people know my personal truck is a Coronado, and I have two P5s in that. But this truck here is a Kenworth T880. It's 2023. 219,000 miles on it right now. Had 190 when I got in it. So yes, I'm already due for the second oil change since I've been in the truck. Got the oil change once, and I'm due for another oil change now. It popped up. See, now they haven't let me know I need the oil change, but since I track all my loads in my laptop and scan all the paperwork in, have digital records, my program let me know when I inputted the last load, since I put my mileages in for where I deadhead from, where I freaking load at, where I deliver at. As soon as I put the mileage in for that trip, it's like I think it was like 239 miles over a PM time for a PM. So now I know on my next reset I've got to go get a PM done. But oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I had to say the seat's comfortable, but I do miss my freaking seat on the Coronado. My Coronado has a freaking massage and heat. I miss the massage and heat. I mean, I paid $2,500 for that seat and only had it for like a year before I come over here. So I mean, I love that freaking seat with heat and massage. That's a good freaking seat. It was a Pinnacle. I think it was a Pinnacle. A seat with heat and massage. Love it. I'd love to get back in that thing one day. Yeah, to be honest, I would love to get back in my Coronado. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. See, and I said I was gonna do a quickie live, and this is not a quickie live. But hey, I was trying to answer some questions, trying to do a cut up with me and Miss Cat. I mean, because we love to cut up. See, this thing still doesn't even show that I have a live. When I go here under my dashboard, it's still not even showing this live. So it's like, what's up with that? Oh well. Anyway, y'all, I guess I'm gonna jet out of here. Let's see. Oh, we got Willie. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a long time. Just came back to your channel. Yeah, Willie, I'm over as a company driver right now at this company, and they will not allow me to film content. I can film like this. I can film outside, but I cannot film anything with unloading. They hinted at not even taking pictures, posting pictures on social media like I used to take with the Coronado all the time. Take a picture of the Coronado, at a Blue Beacon or somewhere, but I was kind of hinted at, don't even take a video of the Blue Beacon or post a picture on social media of the truck. So, I mean, I haven't put any pictures of the truck, which is kind of sucks. It does. It sucks. I have to say, it's really depressing. I really like to get back to making content, or shall I say, real content. I mean, I've got to figure something out with content. I mean, I hate for the channel to die. Even though I was only making $50 a month off YouTube, I still put out instructional videos, which really they weren't really meant to train anybody or really be instructional, but I got a lot of feedback off my videos of how it actually freaking helped drivers. I get a lot of emails from people saying that the videos have actually helped them in tanking it and helped prepare them for tanking when they were going to start. So I mean, I really miss making content like that, because since the original channel design wasn't meant for that, original concept of the channel was actually so I could go back and watch and see my Tourette's, since I really wasn't aware just how bad my Tourette's was until I actually went back and watched my videos, which that was the whole purpose of the channel. But then it got to where once I started filming content on unloading things, people actually liked that, and that grew into something. So I'd really like to get back to that eventually. I wish this place would, yeah, Um, yeah, my Coronado is actually parked. I got the Coronado parked, and I have one of the 579s parked, looking for a driver. Still looking for a driver. Yeah, definitely making money is better. I mean, it's nice to make something. I mean, I actually spent more money. Hey, Miss Sarah. Well, yeah, Miss Sarah in the house. Her and John Halgrim are both long-term subscribers of mine. They've been with me for years. But, you know, I missed making the content on unloading. I mean, like at Rogers with the paper mills. See, when I first came over here at Allkim, I mean, like I said, I had no less than 4 people. I had the upper corner office pull me up in there. And everybody knows when you go to the corporate headquarters and you're up in the upper corner office, you know that's the owners. Well, how are you allowed to make videos? A lot of the operators and security are actually subscribers of mine where I made my videos. So it wasn't a problem where I actually made videos. I've never made videos where I wasn't allowed. So like I said, I mean, Dow. I mean, I've even got freaking people at Dow because my driver said that he was at a Dow somewhere and they actually had a Tourette's trucker tumbler sitting on the freaking desk. So I mean, I've even got Dow security and operator subscribers. Some of the freaking, my driver gets it all the time. He's still contracted over with C3 Logistics out of Vineland, New Jersey, and he's not running worth a crap. He has a good week and then a bad week. A good week, a bad week. He'll do 2 loads, 1 load. 2 loads, 1 load. It's not doing me any good for a truck to freaking gross $3,000. By the time I pay him, pay the fuel, and pay the tolls, which C3 only covers 41% of the tolls, I'm averaging eating sometimes. I eat $1,200 a month in tolls that comes out of my pocket, and the pay is not that great to cover all that. So I really need to possibly find a place to move him, but he won't have a year in tanking. A lot of people want more than a year in tanking. He won't have a year in actual tanking until August. So that's kind of hurt me on him. But he's a runner. He's a good guy. But yeah, I mean, I need to get these trucks making money because it's just, I'm losing money. I mean, all my money that I make over here at Allkim has to go into the business to keep the business afloat because them 2 trucks are sitting parked. And Woodley, the reason the Coronado is parked, I'm in a company truck because I heard good things about this company, Allkim, but they have owner operators, but they don't hire you straight in as an owner operator. I've heard that, or when I went to try to come over, now I've heard something else. I heard that they will, that after like 6-8 months, when they see that you're running, you're worth a crap, you know, you're not beating up equipment, you can go owner operator after like 6-8 months or so. But now I've heard they're not going to do any more owner operators besides what they have. I'm hearing that through the rumor mill right now. So my dreams of getting back in owner operator are kind of shattered unless I leave here. But now, right now, they actually are a good company. Like I went back, I did my pay things from the beginning. In 13 weeks, I've actually averaged, which 2 weeks were really bad weeks, where I only did $1,000. I'm averaging $29.76 as a company driver, gross, before taxes and insurance and all that. Right now, I've got day off for Blue Cross Blue Shield after 30 days, paid holidays after 30 days, 401k after 90 days. So starting July 1st, they'll start pulling out for 401k, and it's 8% company match up to 50%, basically 4%. Basically 4%. company match on 401k. So that'll start coming out of my check in July over here. So they're a really good company. They pay you for um, resets, which of course now that pay's gone down. They do pay you overtime rate. I am an hourly driver, so I get paid hourly. So you got to remember to clock in and out on the ADP app all the time because we have an ADP login, and I keep forgetting that a lot. Like this morning, I forgot to clock in on the freaking app. So you got your things. I'm wearing my Garfield shirt. Yes, I'm wearing my Garfield shirt, baby. I have a lot of kid shirts. I mean, like my comfort here. This will tell you how much of a kid I am, y'all. We'll show you this here. Let's see. Let's flip this around. Pardon my mess on my bed, y'all. Let's see. How do we flip this around? Front, back, ultra wide. There we go. Look, I have Ninja Turtles comforter right now. Of course, we got my flag, but I have a Ninja Turtle comforter. Now, besides my Ninja Turtle comforter, as y'all see, I'm here to the sheets. The Loves is across the interstate there. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't want to go to the freaking Loves because that's where everybody gets hit. You'll have your hood ripped off if you go to a freaking Loves. I don't feel like having my hood ripped off. Come on, get on here and stay. Trying to get the tablet up here to stay again. I messed it up when I moved it. Figures. Come on, get up here. See, I shouldn't have moved. Uh-oh. Oh. I stuck my finger over the camera. That's what that was. Okay. So I've got Ninja Turtles. I've got the Good Dinosaur. I've got Sloths. Of course, I got purple and green since that was all my Coronati. Look at my Coronati. It's all purple and green lights. So I've got purple and green things. That's right. I got Garfield. It's not a Hello Kitty. So I've got a lot of kid things. I watch kid movies. I download all the kid animated movies. I like kid animated movies because generally they're clean. They're not dirty, filthy, and vulgar like all this world is today. I mean, now they are making, Disney is putting a lot of provocative things in these cartoons now. As a kid, you didn't see all that stuff. Now you're starting to see more stuff of it. But I like kid shows. I mean, like Monte Carlo with, what's her name? Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend, dark-haired girl. Hair girl, I can't remember. Selena Gomez. Stuff like that. Princess Diaries and things like that. I mean, I watched all these kids shows. Little Mermaid, well, like Little Mermaid H2Os, not the cartoon ones, but series and TV shows. I've always liked kids' movies because I like the innocence and the cleanness stuff of them. They're not just filthy, and I just enjoy kid stuff. I mean, I guess that's kind of my mentality because it sucks to be an adult. It's always nice to be a kid and go back to the innocence before the world got awful and people got hateful. So I guess that's why I'm more prone to kid movies than I am adult movies. It's just, some people are like, oh yeah, watch out for him. No, it ain't got nothing to do with I like kids. Now, granted, I relate better to kids. Kids do gravitate towards me. I've always gotten along with kids. I guess like a Michael Jackson thing, but not like what they were saying Michael Jackson was. You know what I'm saying? Like Marcus in Why Did I Get Married? You know what I'm saying? And Angela? If you're a Tyler Perry fan, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's nice to be in a world that's innocent and pure before things get diluted. So that's just how my brain works, y'all. But anyway, y'all, I guess I'm going to call this over. Let everybody get out here and go back to do something real. I guess I'm going to do some paperwork. I have rambled on for shit an hour and 10 minutes. And I was going to do a quickie live. I think I actually put in there, quickie. This is not a quickie. I may have maybe 10 views on this live. maybe 3% watch time, but hey, it's all good. Like I say, I just do this stuff just, it's not for the money. I mean, I relate to people better. Yes, animals and kids. And I've always been good with animals. What's there? Love cats. And that's what I kind of always wanted to try to get the business going so that we could actually move out of Dallas and try to get some land somewhere. Because my goal is I want out of freaking Atlanta. I want somewhere with about 5 acres with a freaking pond. I want a freaking donkey and some billy goats. I want a freaking donkey and goats. Love to have some otters too. But I just like nature. I love freaking nature. I always have loved nature. Raccoons, because at our house in Brunswick before we moved up, we'd have deer come through the freaking yard. We actually have pictures. There were 2 raccoons that used to come. And they'd actually come up on our porch and they'd fight with our cats trying to get the food. Our cat would get ticked off. And the freaking raccoon, he backed up and backed up and backed up and backed up onto the food dish where the cat was trying to eat until the cat finally got ticked off and walked off, and then the raccoon started eating the food. Of course, he's over there dipping it in the freaking water bowl next to it, washing his hands. It was cool. I love watching freaking nature. Always love watching all the videos on Facebook and Instagram of all the animal stuff. Because squirrels, which I need to put a video about that, about Thor and the squirrels, because we got squirrels that come in our backyard and eat off the feeder. We got birds that come. Thor's already killed 4 birds in 2 weeks. And Thor's declawed. So yeah, I mean, I love nature. I love Monkey Kingdom. If y'all ever see Monkey Kingdom on King, it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. About monkeys over season. It's a cute little narrated movie because I like nature stuff. I like nature. I get along, like I said, animals and kids, they can tell a character of a person. They can generally tell and sense things. So that's my thing. I want raccoons, like Catherine says. I want a raccoon, donkey, and some freaking billy goats. That's what I want. Okay, so Thor's killed 6 birds. Yeah, and Thor has no front claws, but yet he's taking down birds in our backyard with no claws. That boy's a hunter. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, we hope everybody has y'all a good, safe, blessed day. We'll catch y'all next one, y'all. Peace out. If I get this thing to end. Yep.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.